Good day to everyone that is watching. I am Cat Josh Puriel, and for today's video, I am going to demo out our final project for our subject, Integrative Programming. In our final project, it is a social website, same with Facebook or Twitter, that has a login functionality, a register functionality also, a search bar functionality, a posting functionality, and also which can also we can add comments or like the post, a fee and a side navigation, and also an admin functionality, which I am going to show to you later. First, let's start with the creation of my application. In this subject, we are tasked for our final project to create a dynamic PHP website. And since we are free to use any kind of framework, I am using Laravel Herd as a framework. Laravel Herd offers PHP and other helpers and functionalities that aid a developer to create a website. But Laravel Herd is not complete. Its services does not have a database service. So that's why I am also using a SAM controller. In this SAM, I am only using the MySQL part of it, or its service, so I can, since they have the same ports, I can connect it to my Laravel. Once the site is created, it is super easy to create a site in Laravel. You have to only go to the Laravel Herd app, go to the sites navigation, and click plus. Once we click plus, we have a selection to create a new site with no starter kits, or a Laravel Breeze starter kit, or the Laravel Jetstream starter kit. But for this application, we are going to use a no starter kit, for we are going to build the website ourselves. Since I have already created the website and this is just a demo, I am not going to create a website here. Let's go back to the VS Code, and once the site is created, all these folders and files here, as you can see, is built with the creation of the website. Once the website is up and running, if you go to the Visual Studio and open the folder for that application, all of these are already built in and saved inside the folder. Once we start before we start the creation of our database, our website, first we would go to env file. Inside the env file has all the information about your website, your app name, the app URL of your website, the local, meaning its language, it's in English, its maintenance, and finally, and most importantly for this application here, the database connection. Since I am using SAMP, I am using the my PHP my admin database controller, or what you call this. And inside here, I have already created the test app Nexus database, which has these multiple tables. So, mind you, I have not created any of these tables. The Laravel Herd create these tables by itself. I only created the database. And to connect that database to our website, we would simply put the DB connection, which is MySQL, the host for our database, which is the 127.0.0.1, and our port, which is 3306, the name for our database, desktop nexus, the username for our database, and the password. My database, since I am using SAP, it offers no password. It creates a user name for the DB and sets that user as it has no password, so it is easily connectable to our website. You just need to put it here. Next is, as you can see, this is our website. I can create an idea. I can post here saying hello world. Now once we click share, your idea was posted, and as you can see here, it was already posted. And if I post in comment hello, also I can post any comment. Just takes a long time, and so here, and also I can like the post, as you can see here, as counted. And I can go to the profile and any other profile for any other user. Admin, a profile named Grace, a profile for new user 1 and 2. And I can also search any post that contains hello. And so I check it. Friends, it only shows all the comments that has hello, test, maybe, it has test, and inside the feed navigation here, it only shows the post of the users that I have followed in this account. This is my account. If I go to another account, for example this admin account right here, you can see that I am following this account. And if I choose to unfollow this account, inside my feed there is no post because I have no accounts that I am currently following. But if I follow this, inside this feed, it has now the post for the admin account. Let's go back to home. Now let's go. First, if we are going to set up a website, we are going to first set its routes. What are routes? Routes are basically the URLs for your application. What is the URL? It is going to open if it goes to feed automatically. You will see that test app nexus.feed, the test/feed. If it goes to terms, If we go to a profile, it goes to users.1. Go to another profile, it goes to users and its ID. As you can see here, to test new user 1, 4, and Grace 3. You can see the users IDs and information inside our database in the table users. You can see here it has the IDs 1 to 6. I have 6 here, and admin and the name for that account, its emails, and finally, as you can see here, the passwords are hashed. It is hashed, but because I have already set it to be hashed. And so before we continue on, I am going to first introduce to you a convention of coding that I am using here in my in my website. Inside this, the coding convention that I am using is called MVC. What is MVC? MVC is a coding convention that means model view controller. The models meaning its database. Inside the models folder, I have here functions that is connected or related to my database. Any function that I will use, for example, I am going to add a new password. This password is hidden. This is a function in Laravel, and also, where is it? And also, this function is already been hashed here. Comment because in the other policies I have created, it allows it to be hashed already. So, but to all those are watching, basically the models are the controllers or functions that has in relation with our database. I can create functions here, and also I can create relationships between tables. For example, the user wait, I have another table here in my database which is named likes, or where is it? Like a function here, likes, that basically tells, or that's just me again, let me explain it. So inside the user model, I have a function here called likes idea. This function is basically creates a relationship between the database user, database table user, and the table ideas. Inside this table ideas, I have stored the idea, and in which also has the idea controller model, and also it has the capability to add the user that likes that database. This is why this model likes where idea ID exists. So it tells out that this user, this is not it, this is the, so basically this tells that this user in this table likes this idea in this table that has this idea ID. Next is we would go to the views part of the MVC. Views are inside this resources and views. Views are basically what the user or any person that opens our website, it is what is displayed. For example, the dashboard, I have this the dashboard right here, and as you can see, it is quite new to a new developer's eye that has now no experience with Laravel, but is especially with the .blade.php extension. Inside this has the inside the views, I have these layouts here, which for example, I have this layout here. This layout is controls or shows this navigation right here, and it controls, it holds the head of our doc type HTML, and it basically allows this layout to be reusable in any other file that we are going to use. Inside the body, I include the layout that navigation, meaning I have another file for only this navigation here. But as you can see, inside this navigation right here, it does not have a head tag. But since inside the layout I called out the blade function include this its function is what you call this. This basically copies all this text here and puts it where it is included. For example, I have included the navigation file right here. It already will let's just say it will already copy this and put it inside our layout here. Same with this yield function here. It allows any other file to be put here. And for example, I have this admin dashboard, this dashboard that basically says this is the main content, which is this whole page right here. Our HTML code or markup is right here inside a tag section. This section named content is basically copied and pasted inside the yield content, meaning any HTML that I am going to create, that I have created or going to create, if it is put inside a tag section with the name content, it will be put inside the yield part here. But I am not just only going to put the section tag here. First I'm going to put also the extend tag here. This typically does that, says to the computer that this file extends the layout, or it is going to use this layout in its file. And inside the section content, which is the yield content in my layouts. And lastly, in the MVC, which we have controllers. The controllers are typically the functions for each view file or each display file. So first we are going to tackle the functionality of our website, which is the login functionality. The login functionality is, first we would go to the resources, views, authentication folder. I have put this inside the authentication folder, so it is somewhat sorted and easily to be differentiated from the other blade.php file. First, let's go to the login. Just change the dark to light. So if we go to the login, you can see I have a text box here for the email, and text box here for the password, and you submit. So inside the login, still it extends the layout, and all the HTML is inside the section. Inside this login form, I am using a form because I am passing any data to a PHP file, and it is a way to process from a HTML file to a PHP file is using forms. In this form, I have this class which basically offers this design. To everyone's information, I am using a bootstrap file for my CSS, and a method post, meaning it's going to send data, and an action which goes to the route login. This route login is inside the routes authentication, which is this post login. And inside this route, I have stated that if the route post and the URL login is called, we are going to go to the controller class, auth controller, which is inside here, auth controller, and where is it? The routes. And once it will go to the auth controller class, it will go find the function authenticate. Inside this function authenticate, where is it? Here is it. Oh, that's register money. Login. So here is the function authenticate. The function authenticate, once it is called, it requests and validate the email and password that is sent by the form, which is the email right here and the password right here. It is going to send it to the auth controller and puts it inside the authenticate function. Now Laravel has a way to validate data that is being sent to our function. For example, if the email, it is going to be required first once it's sent. So meaning if we press the submit button here, it will require you to put a email that is valid here. And same for the password, it's also going to be required, and at least 8 characters long. I have already set it to be 8 characters for each password, so it's okay. Now it will going to check if the auth attempt, meaning auth function, authenticate function, this is a a helper function in Laravel that is basically checks if the authentication is true. If there is a authentication request rather, and attempts to, then the auth attempts to validate the validated array here, which is this, attempts it, and once it is true, it will request another session to regenerate, then redirect the user to the route dashboard with success logged in successful. And this is, in this state, the user is already logged in, and if it is not, then the user and if the login is not authorized, or it's not authenticated, or it has the wrong authentication, the user is redirected again to the route login with errors, email no matching user found with provided email. If the email is wrong and if the password is wrong, it automatically clears the password. It is the same with the register function, in the register function file. Where is it? The register view. We just change it to register. Same with this dark here. I'm going to change it to light. So as you can see here in the register, it wants the user's name, the user's email, and password, and also it will also wants a confirmation to that password, meaning it will going to just to type out what the user types here. In this part, as you can see, it still has a form and the action route register. So it will go to the routes here on the PHP. It will go to this route right here because it is in post. As you can see, the method is post. And once this post with the URL register is called, it will go to authenticate all controller with the function store. Inside this store function, it validates first the information that is being what you say is valid information being requested to create a new user, then creates this new user, and then redirects the user to the dashboard. First, we validate the information. This is the same with the login here, but this time we authenticate we validate first if the name is 3 characters long, minimum and maximum of 40 characters, and also it is required, meaning it requires the user to input the name. Same with the password, it also required it must be a valid email, and it must be unique to the users and email to the users table with the email column. So meaning it does not have a copy of it in the email column. Same with the password, it must be required, then confirmed. This confirmed part is connected with this, where is it, confirm password with the input type, password name, password confirmation. This password confirmation is needed to be this because this is Laravel we're talking about. Laravel is smart enough to identify that this input type is a password confirmation, and when we validate it, the password, and we set it to must be the same with the confirmed password, and also I have set it to be a minimum of 8 characters. Then we created a new instance of the user. Then the user model, this is the models that I have mentioned in the past. Then we would apply to this model a create function. This create function is also a helper in Laravel that typically creates a new column with the name and the validated name, the email column in our user that has the values with the validated email, and the password, it is the password column with a hash. This hash is a what you call this, also a class that is built in with Laravel, and it makes that validated password that we pass through to this function and hash it before it is stored in our password column. As you can see here in the PHP my admin, the password column in the users is already hashed. It's already been hashed. Let's just wait, it is loading. So you can see, as you can see here, the password already are already been hashed with different codes or encryptions to specify the each user. Then once it is created, it is already been saved. Then after the new user is being created, it checks if the auth has a new user. If not, if there is already been a login, and if there is no login, it attempts to log in the validated user and its password. And then once it is logged in, it requests a new session to regenerate, then redirects the user to the dashboard with a login successful. If not, it will redirect again to the login with errors, email not matching email is not matching with the provided email password inside our database. So we have tackled already the login and register functionality of our website, of our project. Next is we are going to go to the search bar functionality. The search bar functionality right here, as you can see here, is inside. Just find it. Where is it? Here. Search bar. So in this search bar, this is a idea card, but as you can see, it does not extend to the the layout, because this file is being included in the dashboard itself. As you can see here, it is being included in, where is it? Here, includes search shared that search bar, meaning it includes this file right here. And same with the other files, I am using a form with the method get, and it routes the dashboard. And inside the form, I have the input value that searches the search, and it requests a search from, let's just check it in the routes. Where is it? Just fix that error. It has already been here, so why is it an error? So that's another problem for me to fix later on, so I'll just continue it. So where is it? So basically, when the search bar, when the form is requested, it is requested to search, and this search is inside this controller, dashboard controller index. If it is stated that it requests a search, and if request has a search value in it, that idea points to a search request search. So, and it is going to search out the contents of this search request inside the contents of the idea. That's why when we search for a new post, for example, any search that contains hello, it is going to put out the dashboard that any content that only has a hello inside of it. So that is the search bar functionality. Next is we are going to talk about the posting and commenting and liking functionality of our app, of our website. It is inside this ideas folder and submit idea folder. If inside this submit idea folder, it is also an included folder within this show.play that shares the ideas. So I have already said that. So inside this file, it has the auth tag in it. This auth tag is only allows to display this part of the HTML only if there is a authenticated user in our website. If not, then it will only display this guest with the text the login to share. For example, if I logged out from our website, it will not display the share ideas here, but only display, let's wait for it to load. Why is it so loading? Oh, the Wi-Fi is gone. It's okay. So it only displays login to share your ideas because I am not currently logged in. There is no authenticated user. But once I logged in, then it will display the share your ideas text box and share button right here. So in this form, I set this to the action route ideas.store, which is, where is it? Ideas. This resource is this already creates the get and post route for the ideas URL, and this only with the with except index create and show, because in our idea controller there is only a show, store, destroy, and edit and update functions, which this resource route the resource creates. Excuse me. So once this form is submitted, where is it? This is not it. Once this form is submitted, once you click this button right here, no, this is the search bar. Where is it? Here. Once this form is submitted, when you click the button type submit right here, it will pass the text area named content to our idea controller that has the function, where is it? Store. This function stores the new idea of the user to a table in our database. That is why it is requested, then the request is validated. The same with the other validation that we have created. This validates if the content has a minimum of 3 characters and other authentication, other validation that we may require, and if the valid that user that is equals to the auth ID, then the idea creates the validated data. This validated data is inside the policies that I have created for my not it. Where is it? Inside this request right here. Sorry. Inside this request here, I have stated that the content must be, it is required, it must be minimum of 3 characters and a maximum of 240 characters. And going back to the idea controller, once it is validated, the idea is created, then the user is redirected to the route dashboard with the success idea was posted. So the concept or the logic here is the same with the comments, where it stores the new comment, but first it validates it first if the content of the comment is with the same with minimum of 3 characters and maximum of 240. Then it creates the new comment in our comment table. I have a comment table in our database, and then redirects the user to the new idea show, idea success, and so on. So this is the sharing, the posting of ideas and comments. The likes, where is it? This is in the show idea. Where is the idea? Here, idea.show. Then let's go to the idea card, and inside this idea card, it's a bit long, but this has the comment here, same with here. Oh no, where is it? Let's just view this. Yes, this comment here. So inside this, sorry, I am sweating. So inside this, we have this div that typically that holds the like or the heart right here. And if the text within, if a clock, no, it's not a clock. Where is it? The like. It's not the like. Where is it? No, I have another file for the like button. Sorry. So inside this like button, first the div inside this like button, I have a div. Then first check if the user is authenticated. If not, if the user is not authenticated and presses the heart here, he is automatically put to the login form, and first log requires the user to log in. And but if the user is logged in, it checks the users, and yeah, if the user likes idea is true, then form it change the route to unlike if the user likes. If not, the user change the route to like ideas that like, which is, where is it? Here, ideas that like, where is it? Here. So it requires a post, which is the form with a post here, then goes to idea like controller. The idea like controller checks if the user, and then in the idea, if the request or the route is a like and post, then it goes to idea like controller and goes to the like function. In the like function, it checks if the liker is it creates a inside this function we create a variable liker with the value of the auth and the user. This typically returns the user ID. Then the liker likes the function. This likes the attach idea. This attach idea and this idea card here, this typically states that this it attaches once this is route is called, it sends out the ID. This is the attached data here inside the idea controller, which is mentioned, idea like controller is mentioned here. So it attaches the idea or the ID of the idea to the likes, which is a relationship in our model in the idea or the users idea here. So this states that if the idea, if the user likes this idea, this returns this function. This belongs to many, so the users, this goes to the ideas that like, then stores it with a timestamp, meaning it stores when the user liked the idea. So that is the functionality or the logic behind the functionality of the like feature inside our website. The view profile is just the same. It just goes to the routes. It's better if I show this to you. I have this left sidebar here with, once we click this view profile here, we are redirected or put or pushed to a profile, what do you call this, profile for the user account. So once this profile button or link is clicked, we are routed to profile. This is inside here. Where is it? Yeah, get profile. Yeah. Once if we go to the profile controller here, it's error, but it's working, so I don't know why. So wala di profile controller, so it's okay. So profile route. No, it goes to this profile route here. This is no, I don't have this code here. Okay, it goes to the user controller with the function profile. User controller, where is it? User controller, then it goes to the profile function, which this, then it returns to the show. It shows the auth and the user. So this states that this returns the show function, which is this, but it returns to the users.show file. But this users.show file, it requires a ID for the user. That's why in the profile function, when the show function is called, it also attaches a parameter with the authenticated user ID, and that's why when we click the profile button right here, we are redirected to our own profile, to the logged in accounts profile. So that is the functionality for the profile function. Now let's go to the admin dashboard. Inside this admin dashboard is typically, what you call this as the stats or information about our website. This shows how many users we have, the total ideas posted, and the total comments that are posted in our website. It also has the users. I have already tackled this before, so let's just continue. All the files related to the admin dashboard is inside. Just close the other folders here. It's inside this admin folder, which has its own dashboard that also extends the layout, content, then admin, the left sidebar. The left sidebar meaning this. Where is it? Share. The left sidebar, which is this, which which contains the routings and other routes for the admin dashboard, and widgets, for this. Where is it? Where is it? So let's just continue. So inside the admin dashboard, I share that widget. I include the widget. Where is it? Dashboard. It's super slow, but let's just manage. So it has this widget right here. Then with the title, total users, icon, and the date, which has data that is called with here the total users. Same with the other four, that just specifies the data that is going to be stored inside the widget. And like here, span, the icon, the user, the title, which is being stated here, the title, and its data, which is going to be put inside here. Now let's go to the other part of this, which is, once we go to the left sidebar, we have these multiple routes, and it is, let's just say, if we selected the users here, it will going to show to us a table full of the users that is currently registered in our website. So if we go to the users folder here and index.play.php, this is the HTML or the markup for this display right here. So to create a table for this, of course we are going to use a table in our markup with a heads, with ID, name, email, joined at, and for the data we are going to use a for each loop to traverse our users, meaning the model we have, and we just specify an instance of the users as user. Then inside the table row, we're going to add the table data, first table data, the user ID, then the user name, and if we click that username, we're also going to be routed to the users.show. This just typically routes us to the profile of the user, the user's email, and the user's created at. This created at, it specifies when the user is registered, and also has the has a links right here to view the profile or to edit any data inside the profile of the user. I created this edit function here because I am the admin. This account is the admin account of this website, and since it is the admin, it has the power to change any data inside our data, or change data of the profiles inside our website. This is the same with the ideas here, which typically takes the ID. We just go to the index right here. It's the same. We have a tables, we have a heading, ID, user, content, created at, and still we are going to use a for each, but this time instead of users, the user model, we are going to take the idea controller and idea model, sorry, and create an instance called idea, and we are going to use that instance to get the idea ID. Same with the ID, the user that posted the idea. It is also a link. As you can see here, it is a link that routes us to the profile of the user. And also we have two links here to edit and edit the what you call this, the posted idea of that user. Same with the comments. We still have a for each function here. Just go here, and with the headings, ID, user, idea, content, created at. So in this, we are going to, instead of the ideas, we are going to use the comments, then create an instance comment, then we are going to take that comment ID, the user that posted that comment, the ID of the idea in which the comment is posted on, the content of that comment, and the date of the comment in which it was created. And I have here a delete functionality to delete that comment. For example, that comment was a bit harsh, or it does not offer any, it offers any bad ideas in like that. We have a function to delete that comment, and it will just going to route us to the admin.comment.destroy, which is here. Last part, we have resources here that typically automatically creates the get, the put, the post, and the delete route method, then creates a rows comments. Then we have, then once this is called, it is going to go to the admin comment controller. Where is it? Admin comment controller, and only creates the index and destroy. So once we create the destroy, just check it back, it routes us to the admin.comments.destroy, so meaning we are going to use the destroy, and it is going to attach the comment or the comment ID. Once it is attached, it's going to require that comment ID, then just applies a function delete. This function delete is also another helper in Laravel that is basically deletes that record in our table, then redirects the user to the route admin.comments.index, which is this, and just stated the success, the comment is successfully deleted. So that is all. Let me just check it again. Yeah, so that is all the functionalities, and that is going to be my demo of our website named Code Connect. And good night and God bless.